You are now tuned into Big Monk Media, where sound becomes vision, vision becomes legacy. Two juggernauts with one vision. Shut up and eat your donut.
Damn, player. Well,
What's up, player?
What's up, man? We're back to another episode of Big Monk Media.
Indeed, yes, we are. We are back.
Volume 7. We just keep throwing these volumes in this motherfucker. There's just a lot of volumes going on. Yeah.
Turn it up.
Well, so I blamed our technical difficulties on me downloading the MPC 3 software. I'm not even sure when it came out. I know it came out a minute ago. So that's
It's been a few months.
Yeah.
Not entirely too long, because I know they took a long time to even come up with the software version of it.
okay.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was still in beta as well.
Yeah. Well, I downloaded it, and of course, then I did the MPC too. So I'm full. I'm up to date, even though I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm up to date.
The show. Like I still am on 2 versus as far as the software. I mean, as far as the PC is concerned.
Okay.
But as far as the MPC 1, I'm definitely running whatever 3 point whatever I got on there right now. I haven't updated it. I think they've done 2 updates since I've gotten it, but I'm still on the. But yeah, I got on the 1. I got the 3, and on the PC I got the 2.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's 3.7 or something like that they're running now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I'm in that 3.4, 3.5 range or something.
Yeah, I do like the workflow on it though, for sure.
Oh, it's so like being, I've been doing this NPC shit for a while. So over the years I developed this kind of template for basically when the NPC comes on, I have these ready-made tracks that are set up for me to just basically, make a decision if I want to go with the internal, with the sampling or with the MIDI, right? And so now on the 3, because of my OCD ways, like I have all my tracks for anything I've done on the MPC, all my tracks are labeled the exact same way, just for connectivity, if you will, easy transfers and whatnot. So now it's like I don't know if there's a way to put the tracks in the order you want them in. It's just basically as you add tracks, that's what it is. That's the order of it from there on out. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's not like I can't do what I want to do type stuff, but it's just I just my OCD ways. I just like to have things the same way all the time as far as labeling.
Got you. Yeah, I noticed. I'm thinking it for me. I like to duplicate a lot. And I think this kind of eliminates it, but I don't know. I felt like it.
No, you can duplicate duplicate tracks. It's just a matter of you hit the pencil on it now, and you have an option of duplicating just how it's set up, or if you want to duplicate the actual whole thing with the MIDI that you've put in there and all the whatever automation you might have put in there or whatever. You have the choice of just doing the bare minimum copy or a full op copy.
Okay, but you know how we duplicate like before in the past, like, it's already chopped up and then, we use it for track 1. Do you still have to duplicate it again so it doesn't trigger track 1 on track 2?
You do not. No, every track is an independent track. There is no way to cross-reference programs.
Okay.
So once you copy a track, everything is its own identity at that point. So you don't have to worry about everything changing when you change settings in the program.
Okay. Yeah, because that's cool.
Which I think was a big concern especially like for the newer people to the MPC world. Like because when I started on the MPC, like file management was a problem.
Yeah.
It just the fact that you only had so much memory, and it was just I didn't understand the language of the NPC, especially like me I came from a computer background. My dad was a programmer, you know, he bought my first computer, so I've always been on a computer like as a kid. But like that language barrier I had with the MPC of like, what am I actually saving when I hit the save button was a file management problem. It took me a long time to figure out exactly how to file manage within the MPC.
Yeah. I'm still learning. It's very basic file management for me.
Well, trust me, it's a lot easier now than it was
Okay.
before. So yeah, you came in at a good time when it comes to that. But yeah, so as far as the new joint, the 3 point whatever, we're on 7, I think you said, as far as track to track, when you duplicate a track, you have the free will to change whatever you want without worrying about where you copied it from.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. So me doing that, basically, for some reason, MoTube was like, "Hold on, I'm already used to the 2 point whatever you were on. Now here comes the 3." So, and then prior to me updating, I was already having problems. I don't know if it's because things are too loud or what, but you know, sometimes I would trigger pads, right? And it would just kind of throw off the audio. Like it would stop the audio basically in the MPC. Like my MPC audio would completely stop. I would have to go into preferences and then select the interface again. Like it would like kick it off.
Yeah. So is this on the Mac or on the PC?
No, this is PC, baby.
Yeah. I used to have that issue too.
Okay.
Sometimes like when you're on the software on the PC, you gotta let it like run a couple times before it gets like, I guess comfortable with the setup or whatever. Because when I started doing the
yeah, see, you know I'm going in there dry. I ain't even letting it get. I ain't even spit on it yet.
I already know you turn it on because it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? We ain't waiting till the temperature rise. We ready to go now.
I ain't even hard. I'm just in there, just pushing the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. So you need a little foreplay. I don't know what that is, but for whatever reason. Like, especially like when I first got the touch back hooked up, you know, and so we talk about old technology at this point. When I got the touch hooked back up to the PC, I was always on this delay almost, and you know, like you said, it would just freeze up kind of thing. But so then what I started doing, I would go ahead and like just like I said, warm it up, just turn it on, get everything going. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in there, I'll actually just finger drum for a couple minutes, just get the timing back up, whatever. Walk away for a minute, go do something, come back, hammer away. If I hear a difference in it, then I go, all right, let me go ahead and get in here and see what I can do. And then over time, it just allowed itself to sync up and start working correctly. So it's definitely a warm up on the PC. I don't know what that's all about.
Interesting, because I was like, man, I know, you know, obviously I got a beefy PC, but I still think between OBS, you know, like right now the CPU is at 9, I think, or 10, and then I think when I use it with the MPC, it might spike up a little bit, but nothing crazy, nothing compared to the Mac where it was like in the 50s. I'm like, oh shit, it's using up all the power. But I know that the audio, I've heard people complain about like the audio, Windows audio when it matches with the MPC and interfaces, it can do some weird stuff. So I just felt like it was my round and turn. So I've been trying to figure that out. I spent like an hour yesterday trying to figure that out. Finally figured it out because I was like, man, I want to record a beat. And the minute I did that, I'm like, well, why isn't it firing on OBS? Like it's not signaling or whatever. And so we kind of went from there. And then the same thing happened. So then I went through a whole thing of when I'm on the MPC, basically none of the desktop audio on Windows is on, or you can hear it, because I thought that was interfering. And then I think in that process in Windows, I ended up turning off the mic. So that's why I couldn't figure out the whole mic thing, because I'm like, I see the mic thing, I'm talking in it, but I had to go through the back door to come through the front type of deal. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah. What?
Yes, that's the beauty of music production, man. There's always a problem. You just got to figure out either the solution or the workaround.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But I did end up like downloading all the like that Arturia effects thing. I downloaded that. Got my Safari pedal plugins on the Windows. So now, it's like now I'm starting to get back into that Mac where I'm like experimenting a little bit more, sound designing.
Okay.
Just because that's
Yeah.
all on the Mac. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't made a beat on the Mac. It's been months, bro. I mean, I've been on this Windows like just like crazy. Like, because it's the ultimate setup now, and I know I
yeah.
can't. Even if I wanted to, like, I can't even do this on the Mac. Like, it would just shut down. Like,
Shut
basically,
down. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
we already tried it. Um, so yeah, man, that got done. But man, let's address the elephant in the room, and I kind of, if you don't mind, I kind of want you to kind of look at this. Up, nope, not that. You can see that, right?
I do see that. Yeah. Okay. We're talking about the sample.
MPC Sample,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
bro. I know your timeline has been going like
Yeah,
crazy.
I've been enjoying the content for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think here? Let me see if I can actually get us somehow in here. I
Well,
didn't.
as far how I mean, I love it. I love that Kai is constantly addressing what's popular, what people are trying to do. So like the tiny electronics that let you have big sound is big. It's portable. It's very versatile. It's very functional. It sounds good. From what I've been hearing, it sounds pretty good too. So
Yeah.
and it's like, like that the Rolling 404 and the teenage what is it called again? Teenage engineer or something?
Teenage
Engineering.
engineer. Yeah.
So like though, they made a pretty big impact, especially around that COVID time. It's like all those little instruments started coming out.
Yeah.
And I think Roland kind of set the tone because they had like a series where all their old vintage instruments were coming out on these mini modules, if you will,
Uh huh.
where you can like daisy chain them up and have this basically like a Euro rack kind of feel to it.
Mm.
And I think people just started running with it, just started doing it. Even because now that I don't know, because I heard about Casio before I even heard about the sample, so I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
how this is gonna affect Casio because Casio's coming out with one as well.
Right.
Um, but
But
yeah,
it.
but this is great, man. Like, if as far as like back in the day when the MPC 500 came out, and that was pretty was badly operated. I want to say Dr. Dre actually did a video or a commercial where he was using the MPC 500 on an airplane. It was pretty dope.
Mm.
So this is like that the upgrade to that, the new version of that, and it has a mic, it has a speaker, in and out, MIDI control. It's pretty dope, man. I love it. I love that they did that. And also like one big thing that was that everybody loved, especially about the Roland 404, is that you can use it basically as an effects
Mm.
uh to your output, to your master output. So like, if you want like, filter or flanger or uh delays and reverbs and all that stuff on your master mix, to give it those stuttering effects or whatever, just to give it some textures and some switch ups on you. Now they can do it with this as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Like that real time effect processor, and it's a sampler beat machine. It's pretty dope, man. Pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Real time swing. 960 pulses per quarter note. I don't even know what that means. 60 different effects across pads, knob effects, flex beat, color compressor. Let's see. Yeah, this bad boy is stacked, man. Everybody
It
seems
is,
to
man.
have
I
it,
haven't
you
heard.
know.
I haven't heard any real complaints. I mean, the complaints I've heard have been like, "I wish you could do this." It's like, but as far as like getting in there and getting the idea going, like everybody loves it. And I don't know what the conversion is when because apparently you can finish it off in another MPC like whether the live or the X. I would imagine whoever's running that. So I don't. Now that I think about it, I don't even know how that would work as far
Hmm.
as how they got it set up for the software or for the firmware of the audio of the hardware. Um, but apparently you can pull those tracks into you could pull that track you're working on into another MPC to finish it off. So that's pretty dope too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, it kind of makes me think that the MPC Key Mini is going to be like almost obsolete, you know. I mean, I guess people want to play keys, but I don't know.
Yeah,
This would be my first buy if I were getting
yeah.
into it. You know, it wouldn't
The
be
mini is definitely just an extension of that. So
yeah,
because you got people out there who prefer keys over pads as well.
true.
Um, but to have the combination of the two just gives you a lot more flexibility of your production style or your composer style or whatnot. But yeah, those go hand in hand. Like, because I see now, it makes a lot of sense why they went with the color they went for the mini for the MPK mini because it matches up really good with what the
Uh
sample looks like.
with the
You know what I'm
sample.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the same color scheme and they're both very portable.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put it in a book bag and just have all that access. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
to your MPC junky ways.
Yeah, it seems like it has like the plastic on it too is really good. Uh
Yeah. I mean that monitor, the screen on there is amazing. As far as I mean, that's better than the 2500. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm. Yeah.
I love that they have it so laid out where you feel like you're using the new style MPC, but it's in
It's old
that old
school.
school kind of feel to it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting machine.
indeed, indeed.
I feel like this might be the nail that really breaks all the DAW guys up. I mean, at least when it comes to cooking up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. For, I mean, look, I've seen too many people who use dolls to make beats where it wouldn't even make sense for them to buy equipment. Like just the way they use the computer in the
mhm.
in the mouse is just it doesn't even look human sometimes.
Yeah,
So, but I just think this is a great, what I'm saying, like when you just want a gadget to play around with to come up with ideas, and even if you are like trying to move away from the doll effect as far as creating beats or whatever, NPC is definitely uh some good ear and eye candy for anybody who's into making music, man. Like it's a lot. I mean, it doesn't even matter what kind of music you do because it's so versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like you can plug up your instrument to it, play into it, just chop it up that way, or just record how you want it, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. I think they said it got 4 hours of battery life on that thing. You can get lost in 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I'm
it's
reading
dope.
here too on the pads. It says full level on this pad. I don't know if you can see it fully on your side.
I could barely see it, but like, yeah, it has all the functions are on the pads as well. So you hit shift,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you got a whole menu thing going on, yeah, on the pads,
On the
yeah.
pads, you got have uh,
So that's like 2000 2500. That's how they're set up as well. You hit the
oh,
shift and hit
okay.
the pads, and that's how you open up menus and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't even
Very
see that
cool.
until I kind of like looked into it. I don't know how to zoom. It says minus, but it just kind of takes it out. Well, here we go. Let me see if I can zoom for you, because that'll help everybody else see too. Uh, Oh no, maybe I was at max.
You was already out there.
I was already out there. Come on, we don't got like no 1,000 zoom. Okay, 300. It's getting further away from us. That seems to be getting a little close. No, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, good stuff on that, man.
Yeah, man.
I made a video basically saying, hey, fuck that, fuck this. I got my MPC one. I built this motherfucking studio. I ain't going out of this room type shit. But, but I want it though. I definitely wanted it.
Yeah,
And
there's
being,
nothing wrong with it, man. Like it's especially like if you're just looking for that side companion to like and you're in the kitchen chilling or in the living room with the babies or
yeah,
y'all on a road trip and, you got backseat duties or whatever. You just because you hook your phone up to it, sample from your phone, and then just headphones in, you just go to work.
yeah,
Come up with ideas. It reminds me a lot like when after the Renaissance came out, which I wanted that so bad. I never got the opportunity to get it when it came out because I was really looking to get into the hybrid phase of computer attached to the MPC. But they ended up coming out with this iPad version called the MPC Fly, and I bought that, and then so that kind of introduced me into the new way MPC was going to start doing music. And it was very, very cool having the pads, but yet using the iPad to like control what was going on or whatnot. So that was my introduction into what they're doing now. So to see where they've taken it from there is just amazing to me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. You already seen it. There's been so many damn promo videos.
Oh man, my Facebook timeline is crazy with everyone doing beats on that thing, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing beats on that thing.
Yeah, it even seems like it got some people out of retirement too, who were, either stopped making beats or been on a long hiatus. They just seen it and it took them somewhere.
Got them on that.
Got them on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting too, like, that it comes with so many like preloaded effects. It makes me think what's going to be like this next phase of like, when they clean the slate again, another MPC one or, another live, another whatever.
I imagine at this point, the next, because they already dropped 3 machines, the XL, the Live 3, and now the Sample. So as far as the MPCs go, they'll probably go ahead and get into the keyboard version now.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
61, 49, and 37. Get those out the way. You know what I'm saying? Now, what would be cool and interesting if they came up with the mini 25, 20, you know what I'm saying?
40, yeah.
And make it like the Sample. That would be interesting. And then I think they will come back around to the one. I think the one will probably have more of a connectivity upgrade than anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't see them doing too much to the one that as far as the layout or the design of it. I think it'd just be more of a functionality or ins and outs or something like that.
Yeah, because when the one came out, it had a nice base price to it too, where I feel like a lot of people got the one when it came out. So this
for sure
this feels like that.
You get everything. You get everything. I mean, it's no different. Like if you got the 61 or the 37, like the one is that it just doesn't have the keys on it. You know? So it's dope. It's like half the size of the Live, so you can move around with it too. So
yeah, well, I turned my MPC one into the MPC Sample. It went everywhere.
Oh, for sure. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that thing was out and about all over the place.
Yeah, just book bag, no hard case, stuffed around cameras and cords.
That thing will move around like a book.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Hey, we play dirty over here, so it is what it is, man. So yeah, it's
still banging today. Was it 5 years later? Still banging.
Yeah, 6. I want to say. Yeah, I want to say it's 6. Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, because I had to go back into, of course, Akai and download and get whatever, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's at 2020. Yeah, actually, it's 6 years this month. Well, no, it's close.
Pretty close, yeah.
I want to say it's either this month or something like that. Yeah, we're close. Yeah. We're close. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so MPC Sample, we got that out the way. It's going to be interesting to see, more creators hopping on the bandwagon and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Very, very interesting. I seen that you can hook it up to FL Studio. People are hooking it up to.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah.
Controlling it. It seemed pretty easy. Yeah, it's just getting easier and easier, man.
Yeah.
So
I hope that Sakai's next move is just integration. Like the ability to control a DAW through the MPC would be dope. I already got a bunch of ideas. I want them to collaborate with Reason, and come up with an interface that works in that environment where I don't have to where I can just dealing with the knobs whatever on the instruments that I choose and whatnot. I would love that.
Yeah,
they would do that.
So I seen it was an ad because I clicked on it. I didn't think it was an ad, but it was like build $100,000 $1 million rack in Reason. With the racks that you've built, what would you say the value of some of that is if it was actual hardware?
Wow, that's a great question. Damn, that'd be an expensive ass studio, and it'd be a lot of different studios too. So let's see, for my mastering rack, I think I'm sitting on 8 devices in there.
Okay.
One of them I know will probably cost about $3,000. Yeah, I'm probably thinking that's a good. It's up there. I'm thinking at least 60 grand on the rack, on the master. And then I got the drum rack. It's pretty simple but very effective. So I'll probably think that would probably run me around about $3,000. And then I have a bass rack that would probably run me about $5,000. Then I have the vocal chain. Yeah, that'd probably be a good $60,000 too on the vocal chain.
Damn.
Yeah, it's, based on preamp, EQing, compressor. And then I have this it goes into this another saturation where it pulls up the vocals and kind of keeps everything glued into each other, and a little bit of reverb. Yeah, those a lot of devices, especially because the master rack will be its own rack, the vocal chain will be its own rack, the drum rack will be its own rack, and the bass rack will be its own rack. So you got, in the studio, basically what you see is that desk console that kind of sits behind the board console, and they'll have all their racks in there. You'll see a bunch of preamp racks and tracking racks and processors and all that stuff. Mine would be pretty full. Indeed. And also I have Master Effects, which is a whole nother rack. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's like another 15,000 right there. Yeah, and then the way they got set it up in Reason, their mixer is set up like a SSL board, but I get to customize all the inputs in the vocal chains in each of those channels that I use, and then it has the master bus has 8 effects, and I'm running reverb, uh, uh, distortion, and overdrive and delay. I got some fattening, some tape. I got all kind of stuff going on in there. So some chorus. Yeah, it's a lot going on in there, man. I love Reason.
Yeah.
I can build any studio I want in Reason. Like I can simulate anything in there. So
Okay.
I can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I was I think it was oh man, what's his name? Not Swiss Beats. Oh, I think I sent it to you a minute ago. I was watching man, what's his name? Oh man, I forget his name. Anyways, but I sent you his layout, and it was like screenshots. And yeah, just hearing him talking about it, like, I think he mentioned the board you just mentioned, like the SS.
Yeah.
And but it's just,
SSL, yeah.
and then it was like pictures of his studio too, and it was just like it just seemed like it was extremely expensive, like, because I think just like, one of the whatever was like 20,000, just for,
Yeah.
and he had like four of them. Like, just, and that's just one little compartment, of whatever that was. So it's interesting to me though, like, because obviously, my setup is very simple, but I could just imagine like a room full of stuff that, I can either plug and play into, or, how does that end up working? Like, with obviously the MPC being the center of things, right? And it's just connected to everything. Or do you have to go through like separate channels through the MPC to get to, like, let's say if I want to get to this rack or this whatever?
Yeah. It's I mean, the way the MPC is set up, so basically you would MIDI out to like keyboards and sound modules or different drum machines.
Okay.
And then you could control those that way. And then you would also you would also MIDI clock up to your DAW. That way you can keep everything in time. And then you would as far as the audio, depending on how you're recording, you can record all the gear into the DAW, or you can record all the gear into the MPC, whichever way you prefer. And then on the new MPCs, you get 8 outs on the XL. I think you get 6 on the 61 keys. The one I think only has 2. I think the 37 only has 2. But like the 2500 and the 2000, I had 10 outs on that, which I would just send all 10 to the mixer. That way I can do my little mix in the MPC, then actually mix the actual audio, the analog audio version of it in the board before it gets into the DAW. But yeah, having the MPC in the center is just like, it gives you instant access to everything all at one time. I've never experienced anything else like it. As far as outside of the computer, there have been some pretty cool workstations that'll let you do a lot of things, but like the workflow, you get into the workflow of the MPC, it's hard to beat that, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I haven't experienced too many, but yeah, I like what I've been doing so far, and compared to clicking a mouse and dragging and dropping, like, I can't even, for me, you can't even compare it. And I think that's what a lot of DAW beat makers are starting to realize.
For sure.
When they transition, like, there's people who got whole pages just on, I used to be a FL whatever, and now I got the MPC Plus, and they're going crazy, and they're showing the differences, but you can tell, like, it feels like they're having more fun on MPC.
It's like they're actually reaching in, because once you get into the DAW thing and you start like absorbing the ability of presets, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to come in, because everything becomes very clinical. It's like click, drag, click, drag, click, 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 drag, 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 drag. And next, your song's done. So it's not it gets kind of sterile after a while. You know what I'm saying? Where the MPC, you're digging in here, now you're sound design and you're picking out very intricate parts and trying to do intricate things because you can touch it. It's like instant gratification as you go. You touch and you change something. You touch and you change something, as opposed to touching something to get it to touch something, to get it to do something. You're just going straight to it. You kind of cut out the middleman.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I've been hearing. I guess the thing that because the MPC products are propelling in popularity, a lot of news about Native Instruments, and their trajectory as far as I think they're like liquidating assets at this point, something to that extent, and they're doing it for a buyout. They're expecting a buyout pretty soon.
Okay.
Interested to see how that turns out. I don't know if they're being like subsidized into different companies or if one company's just taking over the whole thing. I'm not sure how that's working out, but that's been interesting. Trying to think, like MPC is like kind of taking over the whole music industry as far as product is concerned.
Feels like it. Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of complaints about Fender, aka Personas. Fender bought Personas a while back, but now they're trying to like change it up a little bit by putting their name on instead of Personas' name on it. I don't know what kind of a lot of people feel a certain type of way about that. I don't know if it has anything to do with the functionality of it, but as far as the name of it, people seem to be irritated about that.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the music world?
You just had we just had Suno. Suno just dropped where you can make your own voice into basically clone your own voice. So
yeah.
That seems pretty interesting. Corey, he sent a couple tracks. It didn't really. It's not good on cadence yet. So
yeah, I think I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
So not good on cadence. It kind of sounded like him, and It sounded like Pac a little bit. It sounded like some other, So it's getting there. I used it for the next upcoming Beat Cinema, and I basically like did my talking voice. I tried to do like this, not ominous. That's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. I tried to do like this dark voice, and it didn't really. It took my prompt and turned it to what I wanted, but it didn't really use my voice. So I was like, all right, but I still went with it. It was fine. So that's getting there, So
yeah, I'm trying. It seems like the Suno situation, because it got pretty gnarly for a little bit there as far as the producer community goes. A lot of hate towards it. I didn't see a lot of love towards it, or people just weren't speaking up on the love side of things. Like, they didn't want to get caught in the crossfire, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But as far as after that kind of died out, like Suno's just been pushing, man. They're like, yeah, come check us out. It's baked. I know it's here to stay. I know it's not going anywhere. I'm not sure what kind of regulation change we might see in it, but I mean, it's there. Use it. Be active. Be active or get deactivated is what I say.
Yeah, I know Kanye with this with the Bully album here that he just dropped yesterday. So it had leaked last year, and I think it's completely different from what's actually out. But everybody, when he was doing like kind of like the background BTS stuff, they can tell that he was using AI, and I think he even said he was sampling AI. Well, he made it a point in whatever posts he did like a couple of days ago saying, Bully something, no AI. But the only reason why I think he did that was because they're saying that you can, when it comes to the music, that you can't copyright anything that you create supposedly off of AI.
Yeah.
So, and that for me, when he said no AI, I was like, well, that has to be the only reason why he didn't put it on there, because he can't copyright it.
Maybe. I mean, at that point, I don't even. I don't. I don't know the exact terms of how that goes because I would think if you're just prompting something and then putting it out, you can't copyright it. But if you're creating samples with it and then making something from the samples, I'm sure you can copyright that.
Right.
So I don't think it's a total shutdown. Like I think they just want to making sure that prompting isn't the only creative process in your submission to something.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. I've heard a lot of different discussions, and it, of course, you can tell like they don't like the whole AI situation, so it kind of swings.
When you say they, who are you referring to?
Oh, just people out there, lawyers.
Just those folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, lawyers. Oh, lawyers hate. Then I take that back. Lawyers love it because if because there's already tracking AI, so if now you have AI generations that are learning from your library that you represent, it's easier to you to get it back. So the lawyers are loving it.
Yeah.
I think in the grand scheme of things, big labels love AI because they can replace you with it,
Right.
and it's good enough to get traction. The part where independents are upset with AIs because they feel like they're getting their work stolen, which I think is a little far fetched, but because I'm pretty sure they would focus on uh the most successful sound bites, if anything, not just anything because it's there. I think they want what has been proven to get better results. I think that's just how it works. I could be totally wrong. Who knows? But like the complaining of what AI is doing is only keeping you from advancing. Like we've all figured out the 12 notes. We've all figured out, what our cadences and grooves are. You're not gonna come up with something, you know, mind blowing that hasn't already been done. It's just a matter of sonics at this point. Like your choices. Like
Your
what
choices.
color, what patterns are you putting together to get people's interest? That's it. Like you're not reinventing anything. You're just changing up the curtain. So like if you use AI, you get it out there faster. You get your ideas out there faster.
Yeah.
That's the point because you want to be able to satisfy the consumer. And things that people like is abundance. When they want to be able to get what they want when they want. So you having the ability to do that is going to put you in a far better place financially than gatekeeping and hoping that one day someone recognizes your gatekeeping as something valuable.
Yeah. It's an interesting stance, not to use it or to purely hate on it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean, there's so much color and texture and just so much going on with those samples, man, that I haven't heard, you know, otherwise. Like I haven't been able to capture that sound like I have with AI. It's just different. I mean, it's different. You got a whole project, you know, that got built around it, and shit. We heard it. We built projects around it. It's gonna be forever, ever. In my,
I ain't got no need to turn it back. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's opened my world up as far as, I mean, it just made things so much easier for me. Like having an idea isn't so strenuous anymore. It's like, okay, I got an idea. How can I put this into play? How can I get this ball rolling? And all right, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. I like this. I don't like that. That's bullshit. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just pick and choose what you want to mess with and take that and do your thing to it, man. And next thing you on to a whole nother thing. So
and for me, it just makes, like, when you tie the images and then the visuals all together with it, it just makes the package. like we talked, in the past, like, it's like we need to package all of this stuff. Like now it's
Yeah.
like in these little compartments. Of course the grand package isn't together yet and we're working on it, but these little previews, they're packaged. They're
Yeah.
packaged. They have a look to them. They have a feel to them, and it just makes me want to dig even more because I'm getting.
Bruh. Like I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, man. Like I I'm trying not to get. I have all these. I mean, just put this out there without it seeming too crazy. Now at this point, I love sampling vinyl. We
Yeah.
all know that, right? At this point, I can sample one song off of vinyl, and I can make 50 beats off of that one, and I can take it wherever I want to take it to. And I'm not saying like it's and AI is allowing me to build around that, right? And then also take whatever I come up with in building all that. I'm gonna be like, what if I tried it this way? Oh snap! Because like for whatever reason, when I'm doing this prompting, because I don't use the Suno as you do. I'm a simple creature. I'm using Udio,
It's time,
right?
though.
Which
It's time.
I know at some point, but I'm not using it enough for me
Uh-huh.
to jump it like that. It's
Uh-huh.
just because I'm still kind of like I'm enjoying what I'm getting out of Udio,
Yeah.
just because I've been using it, so I'm like I feel like I got a good feel for what I get out of it.
For sure.
So now it's at the point when the way I'm prompting things, not only am I getting these different song ideas out of it, I'm also getting skits. I'm also getting like movie sonics, movie edits out of it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting all this new stuff that I wasn't. Well, I would have to, it's like less digging in the vinyl realm, and gets me more into the storytelling of what I'm doing with the vinyl.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like all my sounds are like instant. Like I got like everything I want shows up in front of me, and I just pull from it and start creating off of that. You know what I'm saying? And by that time, I've already created a small storyline that lets me create visuals off of that. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep going and keep going till I'm like, okay, the project's done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just finished up a small project like that where it's just me taking a record and just throwing it into all three MPCs and just coming up with different stuff with each one of them, and then bam, I got a project done just like that. And it was all cool because there's three different techniques of
Mm.
MPC I'm using. I'm using the 2.0 software, I'm using the 3.0 firmware, and I'm using the JJOS on the 2500. Right? So, and they're all different, but they all have like their something that moves me in it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? For one reason or the other. Yeah, it's been dope, man. Like I love AI. I don't care what anybody says. It's probably the reason why I love Reason so much, because I can virtually create any studio. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I can virtually create any synthesizer rack or drum machine. I can recreate all that in my own way, so I don't have to go buy the hardware. It'd be nice if I had the room and the circuitry and all that stuff, but you gotta make sense of things in the world we live in now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Energy and data is everything. So so if I can minimize the cost of what I'm trying to do and get just as good, if not greater, results because of the technology, I'm gonna take advantage of that, man.
Yeah. I mean, well said. I mean, Corey, he sent me, he had an idea for a song called Sandy Beaches. So he sends me the lyrics, right? And
Yeah.
he sends me the lyrics, and we had already had like the concept was basically off a loop that I made. So he's seen the video, and he's like, man, he's like, that tempo that you had, in the first 6 seconds of the video, he's like, it was great, man. And I was like, yeah, it's funny you said that, because like, the reason it got faster because I dipped down into 130 or whatever it was. I'm like, man, what is this? I can't even catch it. It was just and I don't think it was because it was 130 BPM. I think it was because I was having the problems that we described earlier with the syncing, the latency. Something was going on because I was like, it shouldn't take me this long because I've been sharp. I haven't been off. So. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, that's why I switched this. I was like, you know what, let me grab.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is, dog. Latency. Like I said, it's kind of just it sounds just like when I had the touch hooked up. It's like you got to get it warmed up because I'm hitting it. I'm like, why does it sound like it's off? Because I know I'm hitting it on time, like,
Right.
but you're pushing it back like a whole 16 note. Like, what's going on? And I just had to keep doing it, and then it finally started catching. I was like, oh, even like when I hit play start,
Yep.
it had this small pause, but it would throw everything off. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to keep tapping, just let it be. Oh, this is what. Oh, we moving it this way. Okay, I got you. It's like you just gotta let it wake up.
yeah. So I grabbed that loop and then I threw that into Suno and started building on top of that loop, right? And then I didn't have the lyrics yet, so I just started sending them beats. So I sent them like a 10-pack, and I was like, I already prompted the style, and he's like, man, I like that, whatever the one was. And then eventually he sent me the lyrics. I was like, well, you know what, let's just demo this out, because the problem was the original beat that I sent him, it was only like a minute and some change, but so he wanted a whole nother part of the song, right? Basically to do the hook. And then I was like, well, once he sent me the lyrics, I was like, nah, I got the lyrics. And for some reason, like I couldn't, like I hopped in the Suno studio and I was able to extend it, but it was, I did it all manually. Right. And then he wanted some vocals in there and stuff like that. Kind of like we did for, was it keep moving, right? Yes. So like what we did for Keep Moving, but so I grabbed those vocals separately, and so here I am arranging. So I sent it to him. I said, hey man, I don't do this shit, so don't judge. But it was cool, it was still cool. But anyway, we ended up going with the once he sent me the lyrics, then I popped the lyrics and I grabbed one of my personas from Soul Chop, which was was a rapper persona. And then I threw that in there. And it was like, boom. It was just like, damn. And I'm like, this is perfect because it's the full length of the song. And now all we got to do is we're going to leave the persona in for the hook. Cause he rapped it a little bit, but then he sang to it. It's just like, it just has this thing to it. And then he could fill in all the other parts.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this is great for like demos. Like, just, here goes an example, boom.
Like I said earlier, like a couple episodes ago, like AI is going to give us the opportunity to reinvent the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing that used to get the streets buzzing. We'll be able to create and manufacture those at a rate that no one will be able to process the way the streets will. You know what I'm saying? The way the local crowds will, that hand-to-hand combat stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that record companies not going to be able to do, like or be willing to do, because right now they're trying to automate everything, but this AI is going to allow you to take a bunch of content and flood the streets. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of it. Like whether you trying to use some beats for your mixtape or if you just need some themes for your mixtape or whatever the case is, you can get in there and get some quick ideas and knock something out.
Yeah.
Get it to the people.
I'll be interested to see like the day. I'll tell you after once we cancel or once we stop the recording. It's one of them. I don't want to throw this one out there.
I got to turn the cell phone off. Right?
We're already giving a lot up, so can't have it all. But it's one of them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Like, so I started using Higgsfield, which partly was from Corey. He had like a bunch of credits. This was like last week. I had used mine a little bit, more so like generating pictures. Because the cool thing is, like, once you get the subscription, they give you like a bunch of free credits to different engines. So it's like a catch-all, right? So now if you want to use Kling, if you want to use whatever you want to use, is the new C Dance, whatever, it's in there, it's on there. And then they're constantly like having different things updated and stuff like that. And Beat Cinema last week was produced off of Higgsfield, and then this week I did another one, or it's going to be dropped next week. And everything's just so fluid, man. That just the movement, it pretty much captured. It cloned me, and it has done like the digital version of me. There's some nuances here and there, but I mean, the quickness and the consistency, it's just crazy, man. Just mixed with all the nuances, and then they got like this feature, like a multi-shot, where you don't even have to, like, of course I got chat right next to me, and I'm prompting, but once you hit multi-shot, it's doing all of that stuff for you. Like, it's and it's interesting, like the times that it picks it, and then you mix that with the music, and it's just like I just get blown away every time, man. It's just like, it's so inspiring to keep the wheel rolling, right? And as it's rolling, all of these things are happening. Before the full integration with AI was like, these ideas, and we've talked about, these ideas were kind of far away. Now it's just like, bing.
Now it's how fast you come up with the idea now.
Now it's like, boom, all right, I see something I like, or I have an idea. All right, let me reverse engineer this picture that I like, or this idea. Prompt, go into the video thing, whatever that is, prompt in there, boom, 2 minutes later, I got a video. Oh shit, I don't like this too much. Oh, let me add to it because, I got this idea. It's like boom, 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 like real time stuff, man. Like, you can't beat that, man. Like, you can't.
That's one of them things. Once you have it, you ain't finna let it go, bro. I'm sorry. once you wield that power, you're not just gonna, like, just let it go. You're gonna take full advantage of it.
Yeah, and to think that these things are just gonna get better, right? They're just gonna get better and more immersive, and more like in these pockets, man. Like, well, this is big. I want to talk about the idea now. I can't get it out my head. All right, so this has been a Big Monk Media production, volume 7. Thanks for watching.
Peace.